As you're creating your workflow, it's a good idea to add comments about anything that seems a little bit obtuse. If you're co-developing with somebody else, this becomes really important, but if you're called back 2 years from now to look at a workflow that you created today, you probably won't remember it, and you'll wish that you had done something to put notes into it at that time. So the easy way to do this is to use the action that's called add a comment. If I have a comment that I want to make about the workflow in general, I'll put a step in at the very start, and I could call this Notes to Developers. So that's the place to put general information that I would like every single person to know who's working on this workflow with me. What I'll do then is I'll go to Action, and I'll say Add a Comment. And I'm allowed just to type anything that I would like to type here. So I can talk about when this workflow was developed, although I'll have good information on that someplace else. But I'll put in, for example, that originally the business unit requested that we email the new employee. However, it's possible that they would not yet have an email address. So there's my comment. When somebody wants to see it, they just click and they can see the comment. Say, oh, okay, that's what that's about. If they want to see it in a whole box, they can click the builder here and show the entire string. Notice also that because you can use the string builder for this comment, that there's no reason that you can't add lookups, if that would make sense. But the notion is that any place you put a comment, it will show up. The only folks who can see this comment are folks who have access to SharePoint Designer and can show the workflow there, or folks who are seeing the workflow because it's been exported to Visio. So this is not normally the place that you would want to put information that you never wanted anybody else to see, because somebody else could be looking at this workflow down the line. But this action step, which really doesn't take any action of adding a comment, is your best way to embed information here in the workflow that you want to make sure doesn't get lost. Not a separate Excel document, not a separate Word document, not even a separate Visio document, but documentation kept here in the workflow where it's going to be seen by anyone who needs to modify it.